Hi, Willie Mayan from Piano with Willie. I'm doing something special here. This is a special Halloween trial run here. So I've never done this before, and I want to see how this is going to work. Right? I just finished recording the comping essentials, the essential comping techniques lesson. Right? There is a part one. That's what I just finished recording, actually today, and then the part two I'm going to probably record in another day or two. What I am doing is I'm basically doing a special that is a pre-release. All right. So if you order before the end of the month, so before the midnight on October 31st, you can get both DVDs. So that's Essential Comping Techniques Volume 1, Part 1, and also Part 2, Volume 2. Right? 2 DVDs for the price of one. Okay. So it's basically a buy one, get one free. I want to see how it's going to work. The reason I'm doing this, why am I giving 50% off? Why am I giving the second DVD away? All right, is because this is critical information to know. Like I say in the title, it is essential comping techniques. So who is this lesson for? Well, I get a lot of students that write in and they ask me, like, you know, what do I do for comping? You know, like especially like solo piano. Like if I have a chord for a measure, like what do? I play the chord and then, you know, what do I do next? All right. So what I'm going to talk about in this lesson is 4 different major overarching techniques that you can use as a solo pianist. The ballad technique, the ballad with fills, the oompa technique, and bass line with chords. Those are techniques that work very well for solo piano. Okay? And then in part 2, I'm going to talk about, okay, so now you understand all this solo piano stuff. How do we apply that to a group setting? And there's some different techniques that we end up using for a group setting. Right? This is important because you never know which situation you're going to be in. You know, even if you play just at home, you know, you just play for yourself, you might end up playing with someone else. So you might end up playing, you know, somebody might want to sing, right, along with you, or play the saxophone, or maybe you have a bass player that plays along with you. Each one of those situations is going to take a different type of comping and arranging skill, all right? For instance, if you've already learned how to, like, you know, we're using Ain't Misbehavin'. Right, so you're going to learn the first part of the song in this lesson. I don't go through the whole song, just the first 8 measures. That's all that we're using for the examples. But anyway, let's say that you already knew the song, you knew how to play the melody with the right hand, and now somebody wants to sing along with you. Well, you don't like play the melody while they're singing. You don't need to do that. They're singing the melody. Or if you have a sax player or whatnot, and they're gonna play the melody. So what do you do? Well, now this is where you can start to you know, start to do this kind of stuff, the oompa, right? Accompaniment style oompa, and we talk about that technique, right? Or let's say that you want to, you know, fill out your arrangement a little bit more rather than just doing these chords. All right, you can do the oompa. All right, so now that's all the oompa style. What if you want to slow it down now? All right, so do that and da da, do that and da, do that and da da, da 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 da. All right, so how do you do all that fill stuff? That's what we're going to talk about. Utilizing your chord tones and the voicings that you establish makes it a lot easier for you to be able to come up with all that fill stuff. That's what we're going to talk about in this whole first lesson. And of course the bass line stuff as well. You know, how do you utilize the bass line so that you can be comping more with the right hand? And what rhythms do you choose in that right hand? So a lot of comping material in this first part, okay? And then the second part, like I said, is really going to be, you know, for the group level stuff. Now, Obviously, if you think that you're just going to like, bam, grab this disc and do nothing with it, and somehow you're miraculously through osmosis going to get this stuff. No, obviously this stuff takes work. You got to practice it. But there's sheet music and examples for everything that I'm talking about, so that it makes it easy for you to take those examples and practice just those examples. What I've done on this first part as well is on the last chapter, I kind of gave you a summary of like, okay, look, this is everything that we worked on. Here are some different practice ideas and tips on how you can practice this material, okay? So the stuff really works. And these techniques, if you're interested in this style, these techniques, you have to know these techniques, and you got to know them cold. So that's why, like I said, now to the end of the month, you can get this DVD, pay the full price for this DVD, and then part 2, you get absolutely free, all right? And that will be available in another week's time, okay? So if you order the DVD version, they will both get shipped out at the same time for you. So anyway, I hope that you'll take advantage of this special, and if not, just enjoy the free samples that go along with this page, all right? And I'll see you in the next lesson. And happy Halloween! A little Halloween scariness for you there. See you in the next lesson.